you just say? We're in Texas, y'all.
No. We are in Texas.
Retiree Wannabes have landed in the Dallas area. We got in yesterday and ended up at Cedar Hill State Park. We used our state park pass again so that we didn't have to pay the entrance fee, the daily entrance fees. Well, it's about 30 minutes away from downtown Dallas. So it's a little bit of a drive into the city, but the reason we picked it is we also want to do a trip to Waco, a day trip to Waco, and head to Fort Worth. And so we figured being a little further southwest of town positions us a little bit easier for that. So we pretty are fortunate with the dogs because within 10 minutes of getting here, they're already like just back there laying down chilling. Other dogs would be spastic in a new environment every few days. Oh, and Mia's now licking Lucy's face and cleaning her ears. So after we got all set up, we took a walk around the campground, wore the dogs out so that we could go out and explore the city. So first place we landed was Dealey Plaza.
Yeah, in the grassy knoll.
So we got down to Dealey Plaza around 3 or 3:30. Took a look around. There's lots of plaques to read. They had some still photos on plaques. There is a museum in the old book depository behind the area. We opted not to do that since it was so late in the day, but it is right there, 6th floor museum. But we did from there take about a 15-minute walk over to the cattle sculptures, which was really cool. I thought it would be cool, but it was actually way better than I expected. So it's a sculpture, there's sculptures in a park kind of commemorating the cattle drive from the farm to the market, and that you can walk in between all the sculptures, and it's pretty impressive. It's pretty big. So yeah, were you happy that I drug you there?
Yeah, it was fine.
On a 30-minute walk total there and back. So after that, we decided it was around happy hour, so we decided to have happy hour. So we headed to a neighborhood called West Ellum or West Elm, and apparently it was a former warehouse district that now has started to transform into an eclectic neighborhood. It seems like there's a lot of young entrepreneurs there, a lot of shops, lots of dining and really cool funky restaurants, and there was about 3 breweries and a distillery. One of the distillery wasn't open, one of the breweries weren't open, so we ended up going to West Ellum Brewery, and it was good. The inside kind of matches the outside of the neighborhood, kind of, industrial feel inside, and we each had a flight. They had 2 beers that I really liked. The coffee stout, do you remember what the name of it was? They had cool names for all their beer. And then the Easy Peasy IPA was really good. So those are the 2 I really liked.
The double IPA was good.
Oh yeah, the double IPA. Yeah. So it was good. They have a wide variety of beer, I thought. There was a Mexican lager, there was a rosé, there was a blonde. So there was a ton to choose from, no matter what kind of beer you like. They had, I don't know, 15 maybe on draft.
Yep.
If you had more time, you may even want to make like a late afternoon, evening into it and try to hit all the breweries, the distillery, which was only open on certain days, Thursday, Friday, Saturday maybe, I'm not sure. And that would be fun, just to kind of go hop to all the different breweries and the distillery and then grab dinner. It's a cool neighborhood. Very cool neighborhood. And then after that, we decided to go try barbecue. Since we're trying to limit our restaurant eating out, we try to pick like one thing that we want to have while we're in that city. And so we decided to try barbecue. The barbecue we had in Memphis was just okay. And so we wanted to try and redo. And that was called Lockhart Smokehouse. And it was really good. It was so much better than Memphis. Sorry, Memphis, but we really liked it a lot better. It was packed. The place was packed. You go in, walk all the way to the back, and order at the counter by the pound. And so we got brisket and ribs. So definitely check it out. The other thing I liked is the neighborhood it was in, which was kind of a surprise. The Bishop's Arts District. That's where it was located. And so when you get close to the neighborhood, you start to see all kinds of little shops. There's a ton of other little restaurants. The little area had all its Christmas lights up when we were there. So it was really cute. A nice place to spend an afternoon walking around the shops, getting dinner. There was a couple bars there. Really nice neighborhood. So that was another cute area to explore when you're in Dallas. So our next adventure is going to be a day trip to Waco. We are going to head down to Waco and check out Magnolia. Neither one of us has ever seen the Chip and Joanna Gaines show ever. So we're going to see what this is all about and report back to you as not necessarily non-fans, but just not educated fans on the show. Honestly, I can't even tell you what the name of the TV show is. So you think you're just going to waltz right into Magnolia then, right?
You're damn right I am.
You don't think there's going to be a line to get in the door?
Not on Tuesday.
Not on Tuesday in Winder. Okay. So it's on record right now on video.
I don't care.
Okay, y'all. We're almost to the silos. We're about to be able to know what all the hype is about in about 2 minutes.
This is called the Silo Met District. Very cool at night because they got it all lit up like a Christmas tree.
Yeah, yeah. All the cafe lights everywhere would be cute. Are you so excited, Savon?
Yeah, so cool. This is her side.
Okay, you were right again. There was no line to get into Magnolia. There was no line to get into the bakery. There was no lines. It was chill in there. It wasn't dead, but it was chill and manageable. So go on a
turn left onto North I-35 frontage road, JH
Tuesday.
Expressway.
Is it Tuesday today?
Yeah.
Go on a Tuesday at 11 a.m. Go. Savon also found a national monument, the Waco Mammoth National Monument, where there's an archaeology site with woolly mammoth remains, I assume. So we're going to check that out, see what that's about. So the admission is about $5 for a guided tour into the dig site, into a secured building. The site contains over a dozen, I think closer to 16 remains, which is very unique. Usually they said that finds around the country is only 1 or 2 mammoths at a time. The theory is that there was a cataclysmic flood and it forced all of the mammoths down into a valley where the remains were found here, and the floodwaters eventually overtook them, so they all died in the same spot here.
So the reason why they're bringing on a paleontologist here is because they just became a national park, I don't know, maybe a year ago. So when they do that, they are also going to start redigging. Once a paleontologist gets there and says that there are more remains that they had found, they're going to start digging. Right now, they have grad students going down into the creeks, and they're just finding bones in the creek. So sooner or later, as soon as the paleontologist says that, it's okay to start digging, they're going to be opening up some more areas.
And Savan wants to go past the memorial for
Branch Davidian. But it says private property, which I don't understand how it's going to be private property. Oh,
Take
that
the
might
next
be the
left.
house.
yeah, I don't.
This is private property. The branch. There's the monument.
You think that other guy in that black truck is a tourist, or he belongs here?
No, he's picking up his trash cans. He lives there.
Oh, okay, then we probably should not go in. Huh. Well, that was that. So, Savan, how was your trip to the Branch Davidian?
Yeah, good times. Sorry, Andy, we got as close as we could.
So we did not do our research on this. We looked up TripAdvisor after we left the area and discovered that there are gates and there is an active religious group on the premises. If the gates are open, you're allowed to come in and take a look at the memorial placard. If the gates are closed, you're not to enter. But it didn't seem very welcoming to tourists at all. There was signs posted all over, do not enter, trespassers will be prosecuted, etc. So we decided to skip it. Pizza on the grill on the Blackstone. We got the dough cooking on low. All of our toppings are over there. Sausage and veggies are pre-cooked and ready to go. It smells so good. Pizza success. Looks good. We ended up doing the dough on low, and then after we got all the toppings on, we turned the Blackstone off altogether, and the crust is kind of perfectly browned. Looks good. We started our third day in the area doing laundry and then headed to Fort Worth. So we ended up at the Fort Worth Stockyards. It was a total tourist trap, but it was really fun to look around. I think if you're from east of the Mississippi, you'll find it really interesting because we just don't have anything like this back home. What a cowboy Santa was.
No.
Savan, what are you going to do? You're missing Cowboy Santa. So the big draw twice a day is the cattle drive down the road. There's 15 to 18 head of longhorn cattle that come through town, replicating the farm to market cattle drives throughout Texas. Look at her head bob. We have to stop at the office to get another day, right?
Yes.
Like it's a definite.
Yeah.
Okay. So Savan's heading inside right now to extend our stay in Dallas one more night. We've been here 3 nights and we're gonna have to stay 4 nights because he is still waiting for his parts that he ordered. Oh my god, this is gonna be so classic. Mia is quite upset that she's not walking. She's really angry, but she busted her toe open again. Mia, she won't even look at me. She busted her toe open again when we were taking our pictures in front of the dinosaurs. It started bleeding, so we had to clean it, and now she's in the backpack because this sucker's never gonna heal.
You can see him right here on the side.
Where?
Right here.
Oh yeah.
It's a little chilly today. So it's 51 degrees out. The water is probably 40, 30 degrees. It is pretty cool if you can get into the water. So if it was warmer, it would have been nice. But it's too cold to get in the water. Even if you had water shoes, it'd have been cold. The water's up because they say in the wintertime the water's up. In the summertime they say there's less water. You can get out there. It's easy access out to see the dinosaur tracks. We did see some tracks in there, but it was just way too cold to get in there. But it'd be cool in the summertime. It'd probably be slamming.
So stay tuned. Like and subscribe our videos if you